Hello there everyone, and welcome back to Top 10 with a video which is coverage of the Greek royal wedding. The royal wedding between Princess Theodora and Matthew Kumar. So finally, Princess Theodora got to marry her love, Matthew Kumar, who is a Los Angeles-based lawyer, in this Greek Orthodox ceremony that took place in Athens a couple of weeks ago. The couple had to wait a long time before tying the knot because actually the newlyweds had to postpone their wedding plans twice. The first time they postponed the ceremony was scheduled for May 2020, and they had to postpone because of the COVID-19 pandemic. And then unfortunately the second time they had to reschedule their big day because Theodora's father, King Constantine II, died in January 2023. And of course, they had to postpone the nuptials. The entire Greek royal family, of course, was in attendance. Princess Theodora's mother is Queen Anne-Marie. Her four siblings, Pavlos, the Crown Prince of Greece, Princess Alexia, Prince Nicholas and Prince Philippus were also attending, along with nieces and nephews, and the nieces were also some of the bridesmaids. Basically, the entire Greek royal family was there to celebrate this very important wedding for the Greek royal family. A number of the members of also the Spanish and the Danish royal families were there because they are related in some ways, and we'll get into those as we go through the guest list and of course what they were wearing. In attendance was Queen Sophia of Spain and Princess Benedict of Denmark. Both of them came with a small contingent representing their royal houses. And now, without further ado, let's move on to the bride and the fashion for the event, as usual, going through the best and worst dressed. Starting with Princess Theodora. For her big day, she wore Princess Margaret's of Connaught's tiara. This is a Cartier diadem which was gifted to the Crown Princess of Sweden on her wedding day by the Khedive of Egypt in 1920. While on her wrist, she was sporting part of a diamond sautoir that belonged to her great-grandmother Alexandrine, Queen of Denmark. So this is where the relationship with the Danish royal family comes from. Princess Theodora's lace veil also originally belonged to Princess Margaret of Connaught, and it was used to cover her body after her death in 1920. After that, it has been worn by basically all other female members of the Greek family at their weddings, including Theodora's mother, Princess Anne-Marie of Denmark. And before I go into the details of the dress, I would like to say something about Princess Theodora's makeup, which I kind of liked here because you can see that she has a lot of layers on her face when you look at it very closely, but the makeup looks good on her. It doesn't make her look older, it doesn't make her face look too tight, and I also loved it that she was always smiling. She seemed extremely happy, relaxed, and she always gave the impression that she was really enjoying the day, which I think makes a bride look even more radiant and beautiful. So I liked the makeup and the styling here. I also liked how she wore her hair. And let's now move on to the wedding dress itself. So it's a Celia Kritharioti wedding dress featuring hand-painted organza, a Bordeaux neckline with this embroidered fold, the fitted bodice, and a French lace A-line skirt covered from head to toe with very delicate embellishments. Allegedly, there is over 500 1,000 tiny crystals and flowers on this dress. They were applied each one by hand, and it apparently took 1,200 hours of work to put all these embellishments together on Princess Theodora's wedding dress, which is absolutely impressive. Still speaking about the bride's fashion, the bride wore 3 different designs for her wedding, all from the exact same designer, Celia Kritharioti. The first dress, of course, I will start with the breathtaking ceremony gown, which I really very much liked per se, and I liked how it looked on the bride. She then also wore, by the same stylist, a bow-backed design for her pre-wedding party, which took place at the Byzantine Museum in Athens. And I must say that the bodice of this dress for the pre-wedding party I really did not like. It doesn't flatter her at all the way it fits her. And if you think that these people try these dresses like tens and tens of times before officially wearing them, it's a bit disappointing that you have this very off-fitting in the front, in the upper part of the dress. And then she wore another design by the same designer. I have a very bad picture here showing it, but it's the only picture I could find, and it's allegedly an off-the-shoulder mini dress encrusted with Swarovski crystals and handmade flowers again, and this was for the after party, the party after the wedding took place during the day in Athens. And I know that it's really very hard to see the details of the dress in that picture, but that was really the best picture I could find. So the bride wore 3 different dresses by the same designer. If you like our videos, please remember to like, share, and comment. It's not a biggie for you, but it is actually super important for us. And please also subscribe to our channel and hit that bell so you make sure you don't miss any of our new videos. And if you do want to support us and help us continue producing our videos, there is also a super thanks button just below the video, and we're very grateful to any of those who will hit that button. Let's continue with the fashion from the event, and of course it goes without saying that after the bride we are going to cover the bride's mother, so Queen Anne-Marie, who was accompanied by her son Prince Nicholas. Queen Anne-Marie opted for a dress by the exact same designer as her daughter, and I must say that Celia Kritharioti is a designer who has supported the Greek royal family in many special occasions for the family. She is one of the very big favorites of the Greek royal family. Queen Anne-Marie on this specific occasion opted for an off-the-shoulder powder blue tiered gown. I think she looked extremely elegant in it. It's age appropriate and she was not overdoing it, so she was not outshining her daughter, and I really liked the way she looked. Now, moving on to the bridesmaids. We've got Arietta Morales and Princess Olivia. They wore these periwinkle dresses made exactly by the same designer, so Celia Kritharioti. The dresses are very fluid, they fall beautifully to the floor, and they have these butterfly sleeves, which I think that give them an extremely elegant touch. I'm not a big fan of the metallic finish, but in this case, this light metallic finish I think really works because the cut of the dresses and the solid color is really like very plain and simple, and the metallic finish makes them look slightly more sophisticated. I must say that I like Maria Olympia's cut much better, because I think that the draping of the upper part of the gown worn by Arietta Morales created a little bit of confusion. It was kind of hard to figure out what was going on there with that draping. But I must say that I like the color, and I really like how the bridesmaids looked all together. Now let's move on to the Spanish contingent, which was led by Queen Sofia. Members of the Spanish royal family who joined Queen Sofia were Irene de Bourbon, Infanta Elena, Infanta Cristina, Miguel de Bourbon, and Juan de Bourbon. Sofia was personally one of my very big favorites in terms of the outfit she wore to this wedding. She wore this striking sort of hot pink red shade. I can't even very honestly define it, but I really like it. I like it in general, and I really love how it works on her. This outfit is by Spanish designer Alejandro de Miguel. It's sort of a two-piece with a diamond type detail at the bottom of the upper part and very large flowing pleated trousers that look like a skirt. It was flowing, it was absolutely amazing, and the color on her looked just so nice. Infanta Elena, speaking about the Spanish contingent, wore this polka dot dress, which I think is a big no for a wedding. And this is a royal wedding, and I think that polka dot dresses are not appropriate for the occasion. Infanta Cristina, I liked the color and the cut. I think it looked good on her, so I kind of liked the Infanta Cristina outfit. Irene de Bourbon, I like the dress, and I also like how she covered her shoulders with this see-through fabric in the lighter shade of blue. Of course, they were attending a Greek Orthodox ceremony and you have to cover your shoulders. What I really don't get about her outfit are the shoes. That type of shoes is something that you typically wear during a hot summer day when you're going out for a little bit of shopping or to chill. It's not something that I would pick for a royal wedding. And then we move on, of course, to the Danish contingent, which was led by Princess Benedicte of Denmark, who is the sister to Queen Anne-Marie of Greece, and this makes her, of course, the aunt of the bride. I like the way the two sisters are sort of color coordinated, because they're wearing some slightly different shades of this red pink color, but they sort of color coordinated in these bright pink reddish outfits, and I really liked how both of them looked in two very different ensembles, but they both looked dashing. Princess Benedicte here is wearing a sort of a crimson gown, which had this sort of bubblegum pink underlay to it, and she added a Pucci printed bag and a glamorous pearl necklace into the mix. And again, she is wearing one of the outfits that I thought were absolutely wonderful for the occasion. Extremely appropriate for the time of day, appropriate for the occasion, and especially appropriate in terms of how the outfit looks on the person who is wearing it, which is of course always extremely important, because you can have a very nice dress that does not really look good on the person, and this is not the case because she looks dashing. Princess Alexandra of St. Wittgenstein-Berleburg. As people who follow this channel regularly know, I'm not a very big fan of patterns, but I must say that this is a sort of an exception, because I like the combination of the shades of blue and the sparkle effect which was given by the silver inside the dress, and I think that this is fine for a wedding. She opted for this close-fitting pencil style cut, and the sash neckline was completed with this glittering brooch which gave it a very regal finish. The part that I really thought was striking about this gown is the back. Perhaps there is a bit too much slit there, but the neckline in the back is absolutely amazing. And since she was wearing very glittery shoes, which I'm not a big fan of, but they go fine with the dress, she quite appropriately opted for a very plain clutch, and I must say that all in all, I like this ensemble. Princess Marie Chantal of Greece was of course also attending with all her children: Constantine, Alexius, Achilles, Odysseus, and artists. And they seem to all color coordinate in matching blue waistcoats for this occasion. I mean, you can see the color coordination because they all look very, very similar. Now let's move on to Marie Chantal's ensemble. I really liked what she wore at the pre-wedding party. This dress, I think, was sort of ladylike. I very much like the nude color with this sort of peach undertone. The gown is by Louis Vuitton. I like how she matched the sparkling silver aquazzurra clutch to this dress, but I must admit that I have some mixed feelings about this one. It's more about the upper part of the dress, because I like how the skirt flows, but the upper part of the dress, there is something that's going on with that neckline which is a bit weird and off. I think that the neck is a bit too high, it looks a bit too tight, and I don't think that it flatters her completely. Even if it's not bad overall, I just don't like the upper part of this dress. Now we have Philippus, the son of former king of Greece Constantine II, and his wife Nina Flo. I must say that Nina Flo is one of the ones I really liked. Nina opted for a pale blue silk Adam lips gown with an exquisite gathered waist. I think it was glamorous and it looked super, super nice on her, and she paired the dress with a cream clutch from Hunting Season and Manolo Blahnik pumps, and I think that this made for a very well put together ensemble for the wedding. Maybe the skirt could have been a few centimeters longer. That's the only thing I want to say about this dress. It was not like 100% wow from my point of view, but I like how it looked on her, so very well done there. Karina, Princess of Wittgenstein-Berleburg, wearing a raspberry pink floaty bohemian dress, which was accessorized from my point of view to perfection. She added this gold statement clutch, a bold pearl necklace, and fancy drop earrings. I liked how this particular cut looked on her. I liked how the color looked on her, and I think that the dress is extremely appropriate for the occasion without overdoing it. And the next person we are going to review is Alessandra de Osma, which goes without saying goes on my best dressed part of the list. She is the wife to Prince Christian of Hanover. She wore this delightful lace close fitting design that is a sort of collection of different tones of blue. I like the way it was trimmed with navy velvet detail, and I really loved the bold earrings and also the way she styled her hair. So this is one of my favorite outfits from the event. I really hope you enjoyed our selection, and we are totally curious to hear what you think about the looks, who your favorite was, the best and worst dressed. And thank you for watching, and we hope to see you in our next video. Bye for now!